Vin Diesel had 4 words to say in Guardians of the Galaxy. He basically has 1 word to say in this movie. Family.
Looks like the sins of London have followed us home.
We're being hunted.
Shaw lives in a world that doesn't play by your rules.
And like it or not, you and your friends are a part of it now.
I don't have friends. I got family. This time it ain't just about being fast.
Furious 7. So Furious 7 is directed by James Wan, who also directed The Conjuring and the Insidious films. It stars Vin Diesel, Paul Walker, Dwayne Johnson, and Jason Statham, as well as Kurt Russell. The point of the Fast and Furious franchise is that it's ultimately been Point Break with cars. It always has been, and it probably always will be. But Owen Shaw's big brother So Owen Shaw was the villain in Furious 6, and now he's the big bad brother. Jason Statham is the bad guy in Furious 7. And he's hunting them down, so they gotta find this thing called the Gold's Eye that can track Jason Statham to wherever he is in the world with satellites, and so they can find him and take him down. Jason Statham's hunting them, and that is a big flaw with this movie. I'm gonna start it off with a flaw, which I had with the story. Jason Statham although he was the big bad villain, he never felt like the big bad villain. The movie never felt like it had a big bad villain. Jason Statham also popped up conveniently. He would appear, like, beat him around, and then he would disappear. And then he comes back, and then he's back 20, 30 minutes later to fight Vin Diesel again, and then he disappears, and it's just him doing that for the whole movie. Back to some positives for the movie. The stunts overall are really good. They just really are. They drive a car out of the building into another building, which they drive out of that building into another building. That's a pretty cool stunt. You can't blame them. The cars parachuting from planes. Makes no sense, but it's so cool. There's like a spinny flip car thing. That's awesome, but it makes no sense. The acting from everyone is serviceable. There's no one giving out a fantastic performance. There just isn't. It's a Fast and Furious movie. You can't expect anything better. Vin Diesel's okay. Paul Walker's good. This is his last film though, after the tragic accident back in 2013. Other than that, not much else to say about the acting. But if anyone was the best out of all the acting, it was Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell played a pretty cool guy. I forgot what his name was, but he was still pretty cool. The plot for this movie, a massive flaw with this movie, it's also very confusing. It just is, but it doesn't help when one of your lead actors dies in the middle of the movie. That gives them basically a pass for this, because they had to basically stop, rewrite the end of the movie, and then they had to keep going. So they get a pass for the plot, but the plot, even without taking away some of the subplots, the main overall story is not that great. And that made some of the movie a bit boring for me. I know Fast and Furious is designed to have fun, and it does have quite a lot of fun, but it's ultimately very boring as well at the same time. The writing for the movie as well is okay, but then again, it's a Fast and Furious movie. Because of the writing, there's not much story to go on. You come to Fast and Furious movies to go see fast cars, hot chicks, and insane stunts. And this movie delivers on fast cars, hot chicks, and insane stunts, as well as stories that makes no absolute coherent sense, which kind of adds to the fun of it a bit, but I ultimately found the majority of it a bit boring, actually. This movie overall was a bit of a letdown. Furious 7 was serviceably acted, the stunts were amazing, but the plot was messy and the writing was okay, and the villain never felt like a big bad villain. I'm going to give Furious 7 a 6 out of 10. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and comment if you have seen Furious 7 down in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to become one of the Platypus, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.